In, like I said, it's not just nails, it's all the beauty sciences, any beauty science.
And if anybody in any of the lives on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, if you have questions about what is the process, what do you need to do, feel free to drop your comments and your questions.
I mean, I think the more we do the lives, people come on. We just have to keep going.
We
I
got
don't
one
know.
from Buff and Beaten, Buffed and Beaten. My bad. Can I be licensed in multiple states? Yes, you absolutely can. I know at once. Yes, if you get licensed in one state and you pay to renew your license and do whatever their requirements are for continuing education, you can be licensed in multiple states. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe any of them make you give up your license if you go to another state. I'm licensed in 2 states, but that's obviously
Yeah.
not all the states.
Okay. Yeah. In Connecticut, and different states have different regulations, like you said. But once you have an active license, you can get licensed by what is called reciprocity. Should invite Barry to come on. Where they just transfer your license from the state you're in to the state that you currently are without having to give up. As long as you renew that license when it falls due,
Yeah.
they give you license by reciprocity. You have license by exam, and a lot of states do that. Seattle is not one of them. You have to come with everything, your license, your outside license, and like I said, if you come in, say you're a Jamaican, without giving too much away, because there are ways around the process. Say you were a Jamaican and you had a license, or you never had a license, and you forgot to renew it before you left. That's something we also do with the boards over there. I had one person in China, but she had to get her one of those Asian countries. I'm not sure if it's China. Her transcripts and stuff translated, but because the language barrier, that
Oh,
she
okay.
needed somebody to help her through the entire process as well. Sometimes I have people that are studying with me, but they are in other states. They want to go to school, but it's difficult in the state. So they Asian countries. I'm not sure if it's China. Her transcripts and stuff translated, but because the language barrier, she
Oh,
needed somebody to help her through the entire process as well. Sometimes I have people that are studying with me, but they are in other states. They want to go to school, but it's difficult in their state. So they do the hybrid or the online program. Already good at what they do, already smart, already talented. They just don't have the time to go get qualified. And I think that's the biggest thing about this is the flexibility. You can be anywhere. Um, if your states, so different states, like I said, have different requirements. If the hours in your state is more than, say, Connecticut for nails, Connecticut's an 100 hours. New York is 250, I believe. So if you enroll, you wouldn't be enrolling in Connecticut. You'd be enrolling in the school overseas. So
right.
you'd go in as an international applicant.
It's kind of like going just a different route to get to the same destination.
Exactly. Exactly. Once you sign up, you're signed up as an overseas applicant. You're entered for your license as an overseas applicant. So there are ways around each step of that process. You just have to know what they are.
And then,
In
man, because you're like the trusted advisor who can
Yeah,
guide.
I've become the trusted advisor over the years.
You're the trusted advisor that can guide them through the process because it can be confusing. Um,
Confusing.
like you said, if they're already pressed for time because they're already working as a hairstylist, as a nail tech, maybe they
Hmm.
have a job, they got kids, they got whatever else going on.
Hmm.
Having to do all of this research and figure out how they can make this happen, you're kind of taking a lot of that work out of this for them because you know what to do.
And then sometimes people, in rare cases, people do know the process, they just don't have the
Yeah.
time because it requires several pieces. It requires you checking to see if they responded to you. Some states you pay before they do your check, and then once it's approved, that's when you pay. New York is different. When you if you do it in New York, you're paying upfront and scheduling. Once they find you eligible for exam, you're paying upfront. Sometimes they say they will give you reciprocity from out of state, but it requires so much. So your passport has to say, if you're out of country, your passport has to say you filed your taxes as a cosmetologist, esthetician, lash technician, whatever. They want the taxes, they want 2 affidavits of it's just a lot, and they don't know how to source these things. Sometimes they need a notary. There's a course you got to take, they skip that over, and sometimes they don't even respond to you when there's a deficiency. You're just sitting there wondering why, if you don't call and email, and sometimes your email and the emails are so disheartening because they say, oh, we don't recognize you, can you provide your name, not social name, date of birth, phone number, application number. You do that and you state what you need, and then they come back and say some nonsense that doesn't apply to you, and
Right.
you correct them in that same email, and you get that email back, oh, we don't know who you are, so can you please provide. And I'm like, I had somebody yesterday, she said if it wasn't for you, I'd have given up. She did the theory, then she went to do the practical at Empire or wherever. They said, oh, you can't get in.
Wow.
The room is full. This is after she paid and booked online in Manhattan. So she was like, I'm not going back. I'm just going to keep when the temper. And I also had to be her mentor and her everything, therapist, everything that day. Sometimes two people went to school a long time, and the theory they'll be good on the practical area, but the theory part they're not too up to scratch. We do exam prep too, and it's done virtually, so you can't lose. I've seen some other people doing this licensing. I've seen ads online, but there is not a live representative. There's no number provided. If you come upon a problem, you can't get, like, one of the documents I might request from you, you can't get it. There's nobody to reach out to. It's like, are you really real? And they say they're state approved or whatever. That just popped up online recently, and I'm like,
Yeah, I've seen some of that, and then you're right. It look a little sketchy to me because I'm like,
yeah, it looks sketchy to me too. There's no live person you can talk to.
Yeah, definitely. So this is a different situation because they're going to have a direct contact to ask questions and keep them on the whole process from start to finish.
Yeah. And keep them on the ball, because sometimes I had somebody again who applied for both cosmetology and nails, and it took a long time for the cosmetology because it was disapproved at first because the school wasn't responsive enough with the
Yeah.
transcript for the cosmetology, but we did get the nails. So that's something I learned about, these boards. They want to have the whole set of everything uploaded, and they go down, and there's a timeline to most of them. So, yeah.
So I have a question. I have a person I know who they completed a good chunk of their cosmetology hours a long time ago, maybe like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to use your services and get licensed with kind of maybe even picking up where they left off, or how would that work?
What state are they in?
Ohio.
Yes. It depends. Okay, so when you go in to the boards, they basically all want the same thing, but each board might have one little thing that's different. So like I've never had somebody from Ohio, but I'm pretty sure it's, you know, there's always ways around all of these boards and their requirements. I've had people for other states though who've gone to school 16 years ago. And the schools they went to were not even accredited. So we have to do the whole transcripting, going through, you know, what they did. So usually how it works, somebody reaches out to me. I try to find out a little bit about their background, educational background, experience, how long they've been doing the area that they want to um, be licensed in. And then I see how that measures up to what is going to be required in the state that they're trying to get licensed in. Because everybody, it's like immigration, everybody is different. Okay, yes, they have a set of rules, but and sometimes it takes writing a letter alongside all the stuff you know, to explain any gaps or anything alongside everything else that you submit. You know, some people are not, like I said, that 16-year ago student, they're not computer savvy.
Right.
So they have to go and create an online username, an account, username, da da da, set it up, maintain that account, keep checking, keep uploading whatever else they might ask for. And it's just not easy. So we do all of that too. But after we figure out where they're at, then there is a diagnostic assessment to see how they would measure up, especially if they're gonna have to take a state board license. Because like I said, you'll come with everything and the bureaucracy is there and they'll be like, oh yeah, you gotta, even if they don't say go back to school, you gotta take the exam.
Exactly.
So then we start the exam prep. And we continue to do that until they have 2-3 times to resit, but I've only had somebody resit once, and that was because the first time around she wouldn't make herself available for the exam prep, so she had to resit. But then the practical she never had to, because we do a boot camp too, so it's two separate things. We do a theory prep, and then we do a practical boot camp because they're looking for certain things in the exam how you operate. It's not the best designs, it's not how you know, talented you are, how many trends you know. It's basic foundational stuff.
Yeah,
they're looking for how you sanitize.
A lot of the people who are self-taught are like, oh, well, I do better nails than a licensed nail tech. And it's like they don't understand what's behind it. It's not necessarily how great your designs are or even how nice your work looks. It's just, listen, it's so much different how something looks.
Yeah. In the exams, they're looking at how you organize. So they expect you to come in with your single-use items labeled in one container, and it's how you label it, what you wear as a protective covering, if you're going to have to keep touching yourself to fix your, because they expect you to be gowned or smocked or whatever. They look at how, if you have a blood spill thingy, you got to bring that in too. And certain techniques. They want to see that you know the foundational techniques, how to do a sculptured nails, how to do a nail wrap. And even though people don't really use wraps anymore, they're into more like gels, it's still in the exams, you know. And without giving too much away, they are going to have you do like a regular manicure. Then they're going to have you do, and we're talking about nails, of course. Tips and acrylic, da da da. They want to see, every state board makes you polish with red. They want to see, because red is so pigmented. They want to see how you handle that. I should have asked the last person who did our exam last week, because she was saying, why aren't they using gel polish? Da 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 da. Nobody uses regular polish anymore. I'm like, they're not looking for that. Everybody knows how to apply. If you know how to apply regular polish, then you're gonna know how they exactly. So they're not looking for those things. They're looking for how you sanitize. I've even had people tell me in the exam, the examiner who's supposed to be just walking around and watching would come and say, if you had cut a client, what would you do? You know what I'm saying?
They want the technical stuff. This is not about, do you want to, you know, what bling can
it's not about pretty.
Yeah, and this is a testing environment. So this is not like, it's not meant to be like real life in a salon where somebody's asking for gel because nobody wants regular.
Yeah. That's for the trade shows and whatever else where you go competitions where you go showcase your talent. But this is for foundational knowledge. Um, so I, like I said, different states have different requirements. Florida and New York, I think, they don't have a lash license, but if you have a cosmetology or aesthetics license
Do it.
and an 18, 16-hour lash certificate that you took a class, you can operate as a lash tech. In Connecticut, we have a lash license, which started, I think, in 2020. Oh, incidentally, we never had a nail license. I wrote to the governor 2014 and lobbied and went to meetings, and now I have the emails to
Yeah,
prove it.
for a while,
Um,
one that didn't require a license.
Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So we have a combo license now where, like, okay, so back in Jamaica, I think nowadays they're coming on the trend where you specialize, you pick a side. But back in the days when you were a cosmetologist, you did it all.
Mm-hmm.
You did lashes, you did makeup, you did hair, you did nails. But now it's because it started from them wanting to have separate license, because of course you're gonna have to pay for both of them.
Right.
Hello. But now everybody does have that. Connecticut does have a combo though. So if you want to, there is a combo license called that's the one I have, cosmetology, um sorry, nails, aesthetics, and lash.
Oh,
It's a threefold license, and you pay, instead of paying for all three, you pay for two.
oh, okay. So it's like buy
Yeah. Oh,
three,
buy one get one free.
buy something like that.
And you could also just take two. You could also just take, if you want to do lash and nails, there is a combo for two, or if you want to do aesthetics and lash, there's that combo as well. Um, Here. So different states, it's kind of hard to really tell you what each individual state wants, but I've never had a state that I couldn't work around to help somebody get licensed.
So,
So,
do you want to tell them about the special deal that we have for the live,
oh,
or do you want to wait?
sure. Um, Before I get into that, I wanted to talk about ways they could earn from our campaigns. And I mean, as time goes by, I'm gonna send you other stuff to get out there. So if if you share, you have a code that you get paid 20% if you refer somebody. It's like a referral program, and you're still getting the automatic payout set up, correct? Where it
Yeah.
goes directly to them. They like on a weekly basis. So you could earn money that way. The affiliate program, I don't know if you want, yeah, I already said it, so let me just get into it.
Yeah.
The affiliate program, so we're not just catering to um licensees, potential licensees. There is an affiliate program where if you are currently offering classes in any of the areas but you're not accredited, um and you want to, or if you want to start, or you've been offering classes, it's one of two things. You can become an affiliate school where your students will be dually enrolled with you, but we do the transcripting for you. And those are whole separate packages that I wouldn't get into on here, because I think we're basically speaking to the licensees. But
Right.
if you know somebody that you want to learn from, but you've been like, she's so good, I want her to teach me just because you like her work, but will I be able to get licensed after? You can also reach out that way, and we can, meet with her or him and figure it out. And like I said, if you are a business person offering those classes that are not accredited, and you want to be able to license your students, you can always reach out to us. Um, Also, if you want to do the accreditation process, because once you've done them all, we do that too. It's just a lot, because you get a site visit, initial site visit, and a site visit every year. But before that, there's a ton of stuff to submit. It's not just how nice your salon is. They're looking for certain things. And the paperwork, the state requirements, the fire marshal's reports, the use of space, the this, the that, the credit letters, the bank, this, it's a lot. It took me, I think, 4 months during COVID.
Which is actually not bad considering how much stuff you have to do. I would have thought it would have taken a year or more.
Oh, no, 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 no. No. So I was trying to do this in 2016 for full cosmetology. But here in Connecticut, it has to go through both the Office of Higher Education and the Department of Public Health. Department of Public Health, they didn't like me for some reason. They invited me to a board meeting. A lot of the Italian, because a lot of these schools are owned by Italians. They were there, men in black, in their black suits and their briefcases, and they would get. So these people were also at I think it was an annual board meeting where they're there to renew their accreditation, and they would just get up and they'd be like, it's like it's like a hearing.
Yeah.
And they would say, I don't want to name names, but just think about all those schools that we know that are out there. And me, as a girl from the islands, walking in there in my little heels and my little jeans and my blazer and my little folder that means nothing to them. And I saw the nepotism.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying it to somebody and be like, you know what? You should just start with one area that doesn't require the Department of Public Health. It only comes through us, the Office of Higher Education.
Right.
Say braids, but I didn't want to do braids. I have experience in nails because the school from overseas started with nails. So I did that, and that's how it went. But back then, when I reached out to them in 2016, I said, hey, I have a space, but it's not huge, but I'm good at curriculum writing and course designing. So I want to offer this. I'll network with other people. They'll come here for the theory, or we'll do it online, and then they'll go into different salons. They're like, oh, that's like a workplace program. Oh, we need more information about this before we can approve it. So I left, but I saw these people get up. Not even they come with all their information, but nothing was asked. And then I saw thumbs up being thrown around from staff.
Oh wow.
And so I'm like, oh, so it's never gonna happen. And that's when this person, not even Western, somebody from Asia, pulled me aside and say, come here. And that's how I got into doing it. So like I said, they say, oh, we need more information. This is like, how can you teach a skill online? I said, I did public speaking online. I did computers online. This is 2020.
Yeah.
2016, I said at the time. I did math online in college. So it can be done. Like now when we send out the kits to online students, it does have an overhead table. Because I made a post, I found a picture of me. I took a picture of my screen, the very first online class I did, and I could see she was there doing, and I could see from the side, and I was like, okay, trial and error. I need to add an overhead phone holder so I can actually see and instruct her what she's doing, So it was really trial and error where that was concerned. So in 2020, because it was lockdown, and I was working virtually, that's how I had the time to sit down and take the 4 months to put it together, and then to submit it. And it took a couple of other times. They came, they did the site visit. They tell you what's deficient, and then they send, they'll tell you this is what they're looking for. Sometimes they don't come back. They send you pictures. They say to send pictures of, you need 3 more of this, you need 1 more of that, based on how many people you say you're gonna cater to at a time, and that's in the brick and mortar setting. Yeah. Barry's on here. He can tell you. He did the when we started out. He did that. I had to leave Connecticut, go to New York to PD, because here they had no clue what a credit letter was. So here there's a $40,000 credit letter that you have to provide. So he was, I don't know if he wants to come on, but he's here. Yeah, so it took about 4 months to put everything together, and every time you submit it, it's gonna tell you. At that time, I could have mailed it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't mailed because it was COVID. They weren't. That's when they started doing it online, and now we have a what you call it? We have a system where we log into, because we still mailing like quarterly payments. Because with the states, this is for accreditation now, or accredited schools. You have to submit quarterly payments to a student protection account. Pardon?
No, I was just clarifying that this was not about the just getting your license. This is more for if you want to be an accredited institution
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, and it took them a while to set up a date, and then they come with a curriculum specialist, and you gotta pay this person traveling. You don't pay them, and yada yada. They see you have all your paperwork in order, and then if it's not, they give you time to fix and submit. Because they used to come to pick up my stuff on flash drive.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it was post COVID, but now we have a whole system that we go into, and everything goes there. Even when they come for site visit, they're not touching anything anymore. So that's how. So I went off on tangent to explain that there there are different ways to earn. We are basically targeting licensees, but there's a referral program that you could earn if you're interested, and there's also opportunities for affiliate schools, or if you the fourth level is getting accredited. That's bigger and longer, and
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
real big process, but I think for the people who have been wondering how can they get into that, that's really valuable.
And it doesn't even matter where you're offering the classes, as long as I can see that there's ways, the opportunity for you to be sanitary in that area. If it could be a 10 by 10 room, as long as the practical area where you want to offer those classes are up to my standards and the standards that I know they'll be looking for if I should ever get audited, then you're good to go as an affiliate school. You don't have to have no huge school, Although if you have a huge school, that's better. But you don't have to.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you help people figure out where like what type of venue they can do their classes out of that will be approved, and you just answered the question, so you can tell them off the bat,
yeah,
yes, work, or no, that will not work.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to see, Barry. I don't know how to. Yeah. So anybody has any questions? Do we have licensees here? I don't know where else to go. I think we covered did we cover everything? You had a list of questions. I didn't even
I didn't
go to that.
So I just let it flow. And then we had the one question in the chat. But if anybody is interested in getting their license, if they are not licensed, or if you are in another state or another country and you want to transfer your license somewhere in the U.S., we are offering a one-time deal on the live for you to stick around. Now, this is literally going to be one-time use. So the first person that uses it is the one that gets it. It's going to be basically $99.
Free 99.
It's free. It's going to be $99. That is eligible for Afterpay. So if you are approved to use Afterpay, you can actually use Afterpay for that too. So you could actually get started for $25. If you use the code at the link that's in my bio, I don't know if you put the link in your bio, but if you didn't, it doesn't matter. You can just click my name and go to my bio and use the code LIVE99. It's going to make it $99. But again, that is just only for one person.
One person.
So the first
and
person that you
know,
what you say?
They'll be required to come back and talk about the process, the experience.
So they can get
but there's a whole thing that you have to sign too. So yeah.
You'll be immediately connected and get your appointment for your very first intro meeting,
consultation,
your orientation, everything you need to do everything that you're going to get. These do come with kits, depending on whatever specialty you're going into. So it's not just, you just sending your money and you don't know what's going to happen next. No, it's not just for nails. It's for any
All
of
of
the
the
beauty
beauty sciences.
esthetician, lashes, hair, nails, any of them, barbering, they're all
Hmm.
included.
Okay, so the barbering program too. The online teacher is actually in Jamaica. I saw her come on just now, but she went away. I don't know if she's still here. I can hardly see because I'm blind as a bat. But she, even though she's in Jamaica, she offers those classes online
Mhm.
because a lot of barbers, even more than, well, everybody know, maybe just aesthetics and massage, people are taught. But for here, something you could watch tutorials because tutorials are everywhere.
Yeah.
That's why I don't even post videos of anything a lot. I've been trying more now, but I'm like, you see this stuff all the time. Why am I getting into? I'm getting into what I have to offer that's different from what's out there because everybody is posting tutorials online. You could basically learn every single technique there is
Yeah.
online. So I'm like, why don't we take it online too? But she actually teaches her barbers, and it's just a theory because she said and she corrects, you know, they might be doing a technique. We see them moving that blade or that shear
Mhm.
or those clippers, and we think, oh, it's the same. To the untrained eye, it looks like they're doing the same thing. But she goes in. Let me see if anybody's asking questions over here, and she corrects any technique that this is not the way it's supposed to be done. So I remember thinking I was holding the scissors correctly when I used to cut hair. Come to find out that's not the way you hold a scissor. And they would look for that in an exam. But she basically talks about, she goes into the theory in depth because she said what she found was a lot of the people who came for on the job assessment or what they call prior learning assessment could not pass the theory. And if you can't pass the theory, which is the basic foundational knowledge of how you're going to operate, then the safety of the client is at stake. So they could be the best barbers out there. They weren't getting licensed. So she saw that niche and she developed the online class. So we partnered with her, um, her school, I don't remember, her name is Peter Gay.
Mhm.
Um, it's called, oh my God, Beauty Plus Academy and Supplies, and it's in Kingston, Jamaica. She offers those barber classes. So even in Connecticut, it's just that I haven't had the time to put those letters out. But there are, I know a lot of barbers that are unlicensed that are really talented, and they need that extra help, you know.
Yeah.
So if it's high school diploma, because for some states they want to see your high school diploma. If you that's something that you can be sourced as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have in the comment. The link is in my bio. It is on my link tree. So you just go to my profile and it should be right under all of my little words about I'm licensed and I'm this and I'm that. You click right there. It's the only link in my link tree specifically. I did that for this live so nobody would have to go digging through 10, 15 links looking for it. It's literally just the only link in my link tree tonight. So yeah, that is there. And let me know
Yeah.
if you see it or if you having any issues finding it. If
What was I gonna say?
not, if you
Um, so I just want to
um,
go over what the packages include.
that's a
It's the
good
entire, it's an entire you sign when once you sign up, we do that whole person diagnosis. Yeah. And then there's a diagnostic test, the actual test to see where you're at headspace wise. I'll do one times gone by when we used to do prior learning, you would be asked to bring in a portfolio. We don't do that anymore. We just use your socials. We go to your socials and see whatever you have. Then if you don't, but somebody will say, I'm not really into social media, but I have a flash drive. Then you can send me, your work, your videos, whatever, and I see where you're at. Then depending on, the quality or the viewability, then I might ask you to do specific demos, either live with me watching or recorded, to see what I need to go over. If you're good to go, like you've been doing this, you got this, then it's mainly on the theory, and you get your whole package with your study materials. If you don't have back in 2023, I used to do that. I haven't had somebody that needed, the online package since then. Becky, where are you? Are you online? um, so, if it's a situation where say you need licensing, and we've gone through all the preliminaries, then after submission of your application, we would focus the rest of it would be it the most important part is getting you qualified for that license, whether it's by reciprocity, whether it's by exam. And if there's an exam, there's the exam prep is also included in the package, so you're not paying here and you have to go pay scheduling fees or have time to schedule. Even the scheduling is tricky because you select a day and time on a page and you go to the other page to pay and it's no longer available. And then they get frustrated. Oh, I'm going to do it another day. But I get up at 2, 3 a.m. to schedule appointments, for state exams. So it's a whole package. And as you said, they could reach out to you after. Anything they want to know, any information they need to have, I can provide you with, or them with, through you, from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Buffed Beaton said it just mentioned nails. So yes, the landing page does just mention nails, but that's also part of why we went live as well, to let you guys know that it definitely includes all the
All
other beauty
sciences.
and
Mm-hmm.
actually going to add that as a one of the FAQs on the landing page for future lives, so people know it is not just exclusively for nails. You are accredited and you're able to, teach
Here and
curriculum
overseas.
and do exam prep as for anyone in the States as well as overseas, in any of those different. So it does not just have to be nails. It can be hair, it can be lashes, it can be aesthetics, it can be barbering. There is a place for you if you are looking to get licensed
There's
or trained.
definitely a place. And if somebody reached out from St. Kitts the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and she is licensed with the CVQ. So I don't know if a lot of people know about City and Guilds. That's what Heart Trust in Jamaica was modeled after. But there's this new one called, I don't know how new it is, but I just learned about it last year. Sidesco. It's the massage accrediting body here, similar to City and Guilds of London. City and Guilds just doesn't just do cosmetology; they do everything. And the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with Heart Trust in Jamaica. So Sidesco, I think the headquarters for the States is in Chicago, but it's from either somewhere in Europe. I'm not sure if it's Germany, but they are people that you can actually network with to make sure that your learning was standardized, if you get what I'm saying. So
Right.
she doesn't have they don't have anything like that there, but she is a certified assessor with not HARP, but she has a national vocational qualification, not the NVQJ, which is the national vocational qualification of Jamaica. She has a CVQ, which is a Caribbean vocational qualification that's valid in the Caribbean and North America. So she's trying to start a program there, because she said when she not moved there, I think she said she's Kenetian or whatever they call it, Kitetian. They never had anything like that. There wasn't no regulations in place, and I'm telling her, girl, you could make your mark now.
Mm-hmm.
There was no regulations, no training required. You could just basically open your shop and start offering services. And she started a program that I think the government is now funding.
Okay.
For it's in the early stages, but she's doing her thing. and she wants to do something privately as well. So that's something that we have to talk about. So, like I said, it doesn't matter where in the Caribbean you are, it doesn't matter where in the States you are, there's a place for you. Like Teresa said, yeah, you have to start somewhere. Like I said, if the space is, as long as it's not in the restroom,
Yep.
if you have a little space that looks, you know what I'm saying, you could start there.
And if they
Also
want
in classes.
information, is it cool for them to just DM you or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, until that becomes a problem, I'll let them know if it's too much, it's overwhelming. But then I have somebody who could go through those, and if they don't have the answers, they'll reach out to me, and I can get back to them. But it's not there yet, so
Right.
you could DM me, you could email me. I don't know if my email is in my bio. Text or call. There's a number on the flyer. You could text or call. I think was there? No, that's not that flyer. It's a different flyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so if you missed it, anybody who missed it, the code is live99 to get it for $99. That is damn near
For
free.
one person.
One person, so the first person that gets it. Anybody else after that, we do have a different code for you to still say something, but it will not be that. It won't be 99.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be wrapping it up soon because I'm getting the motion from the other people in the room that they're starving.
Oh my
So
God. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go. And once you register, you'll keep on top of that. But once you register, then it takes you to the page to schedule your consult, correct?
yep, it takes you immediately to get your date set up. So you don't have to worry about waiting around for somebody to reach out and ask you what your availability is. You can literally go right on there, see what the dates are that are available, and book your initial orientation.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, when are we going live again?
Do we want to do it at the same time and the
Same
same day of the week?
day?
What do we want to
Sure.
do?
Sure.
I'm moving next week, but I'm not moving to the end of the week. So should be fine to go live Thursday. I'm not moving till Friday. So.
Hold on. Do you know? Can you bring somebody else in real quick?
Sure, if it'll let.
I don't know. I'm trying to. What if he's on the live? Barry's Beauty Bar. If for some reason you can't, I'll have him come on with me. Fill
It's
in for
not
you.
list.
You're not allowing us. Barry, can you send a request to join? He's going to say, I don't know how to do that. Me neither. Maybe I could invite him on.
It'll show me if they're in the live. So I don't know. Is he in the live?
Yeah, I could see him.
Oh, you see him on your side, so you gotta invite him because on my side I don't see him.
Oh.
He must have joined from your live.
Oh. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Or invite him on TikTok. How do you do that now?
Down at the bottom, the two little people, the blue and the pink person at the bottom on the left.
I ain't got them people.
You don't have the people?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I could try it on it. Oh, TikTok gave me 6 likes. Wow.
Wow.
You guys really out. Wow. 6 likes.
Right. Let me add him because I don't know if you'll see it, but I can invite him. I just want to introduce him.
I should be able to see it. I actually need to put this charger on this other device though before TikTok dies.
Oh, I did that already. I typed his name. I think that's the same name he has on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it in the chat? I just typed his name.
I do.
Type the business name.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow. Oh, wait, hold on.
But it's not even gonna show a picture. It would show a picture on. I don't know how to do it. I don't want these people to
I think he may have to send a request on TikTok because I'm trying to add a guest and
Mm-hmm.
it's giving.
Okay. All right. Since you, he's there. I think he requested.
I think we may be getting him, maybe.
Drag him in by his tail. Yeah, he probably preferred this one because he didn't get time to do his lashes and stuff. He's not gonna want to come on if his lashes ain't done
Me neither.
and it's fresh cut. I don't see it. It said he sent a request, but I don't
Okay, let me see it. I don't see it.
I see it. A third person. Look, there's a
I see the
request down there.
I see the little thing there, but I don't see him. I see the plus sign. That's all I see.
Yeah, I think you have to accept them, but I don't know how. Because people go, I see a million people go live together on here.
I know it can be done. I just don't see his request.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, they know it's him. They'll know it's him.
Yeah, I don't see his request. It's only showing the people that are already on here, which is me and you.
Oh, we didn't have no viewers on TikTok. I see two people. Just two people? And that's me and you?
I don't know. Is it just me and you, or do we not count? I don't think we count. So I think that is actually
two other people.
Yeah.
I have to learn how to use TikTok. I've never gone live on this page as a guest or hosted a live on TikTok. Never.
Right. Yeah, I don't see his request at all on here. I don't even see that he's in here. Only person I see is you.
Oh, I see his request, but I don't know how to.
If you tap the little 2 at the top where it says how many people are on, you may be able to invite them there.
Okay. All right. I'm not. Next week, I'll be more prepared. I had a whole setup and everything for our live. And then, like I told you, the day went to shit. I wasn't able to.
That's how it is. And if Thursdays are not good, let me know. We can tweak our schedule. It doesn't have to be the same thing. I was just telling my daughter earlier, I don't really love scheduled lives. But
yeah, you just want to go live. You could text me and say, hey, can you go live on such a, like, you have something burning you want to do or talk about. I'm usually, pretty good. Say, hey, just give me 10 minutes to put my teeth in and I'll be on live,
Hilarious.
Just kidding.
I know you're kidding, but that's funny.
They're real.
That's funny.
All right, go give them their food. I wish I was over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be the one doing the food over here in a few.
Yeah. I've been I'm gonna be snatched this summer because I haven't had anything to eat today.
Oh wow.
Just one day of fasting, and I'm gonna be skinny by tomorrow.
Okay. You have the magic formula. Yeah. Well, like I said, post live questions are welcome.
Yes,
to either of us. Somebody will respond.
We can certainly answer it on live again or answer it right there in the moment. The code is still good until the first person uses it. So I'm going to leave this live up. So if somebody sees this live and they want to try to use the code, they can. If you miss out on the $99 code, there is still a code for 30% off. That code is live30, all one word with 30. So live30 will take 30% off if you miss out on the $99 deal that I posted in the in the chat.
You should keep the 30% up for the live, but I think like the sign up. Well, you could do it for now, but I think after the lives end, you lost the opportunity. It's an incentive to come to the
I
live.
think you're right. I think after this live is over, the $99.
Once the live is over, the 99 goes away. So come back next week
So try again next week, I guess.
for the
I will
99.
just
I mean, you could always sign up and get the 30%, but not that 99
off,
free 99.
but the 99 is, once the live is over, it's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Give them like 2 more minutes to try to make it happen, or
Going once, going twice. I ain't got my gavel.
I mean, you snooze.
Yeah.
So it's
Snooze or lose, right? Yeah.
we
Because
tried.
I mean, $99. That's not even the fees for the license. You know, that's not even the cost of the program. It's just to have an ambassador to come back and say, "This was my experience. This is how it went."
It's almost
Marketing,
like you to take it.
yeah, right.
Yeah. So, and again, Afterpay is an option on the checkout. So if you don't want to pay the whole $99 at once, you can split it in 4 payments if you qualify for Afterpay. Now, if you don't qualify for Afterpay, do not come for us because we don't have control over that.
Yeah.
But
Do you is it set up for credit cards? Because I have Clover that's set up for credit cards. You could do credit too.
You could take regular card. You can enter your card information in. You could take Apple Pay, Google Pay, Cash App Pay, and Afterpay. So 5 different ways.
Okay. Do you I'm thinking, can they split payments or they have to reach out to you to use separate payments?
Now, if they can't qualify for Afterpay, but they still want to split their payment, they would just need to email me, and then I can set it up to where they can just split the payment. You know, I'll have
on separate cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how I used to do it was I'd send them separate invoices, like an invoice for what you said. Hey, I have a card with $1,000. I have a card with $500. So I send separate invoices, and they use a credit card, a debit card,
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. They just need to reach out if they want to split the payment, and do it that way.
If they don't want to do the payment plan with the Afterpay.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the extra 2 minutes that they had. So
next week, better luck next week.
So I'm about to go in here and disable it. Sorry if y'all out next week though. And I think we're gonna kind of play it by ear on what days we're gonna go live. So it's not gonna be I'll just wait till Thursday at 7 so I can get it for $99, because it might not be Thursday at 7. It may be a different day at a different time.
Sunday at 4.
Yeah, you just never know. So you know,
weekends are better for some people too, than weekdays.
Yep. But the code for 30% off will still be active. So if you missed out, you still get a discount of some sort. So all is not lost.